Saturday, Saturday, it's pudding Saturday, 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 not platter day, not today, Saturday, pudding Saturday. Hello everybody, my name is Tupperware Pete. Yes, it's pudding Saturday, and I'm going to do maybe something a little bit healthy, a little bit sweet, a sweet treat for Saturday. I've got some Weet-Bix, and I've got some condensed milk. I've got some macadamia nuts, some Brazil nuts. I've got some desiccated coconut, and I found these dried and diced apricots. Let's put them all together. We might throw in some dried cranberries. It's in your head, maybe. So let's get cracking, and we'll give it a go. I've got my SuperSonic chopper. This is called the SuperSonic chopper because one pull of the cord is 288 knife chops. Now, if you're using it to mince meat, may I recommend you chop your chicken into chunks before you do it. It'll mince meat, it'll chop potatoes, carrots, kale and mushrooms. You can chop them up, blitz them and hide them. It'll make raspberry ice cream. It'll make banana and peanut butter ice cream. Is delicious in here. It'll do all of your pancake batters, muffin mixes. It'll whip cream. It'll turn cream into butter. You can cream butter and sugar. It's absolutely brilliant. When you're using it, it's a zero carbon footprint handheld blender, whipper, mixer, dicer, slicer. I love it. It's awesome. So what we're going to do is, let's just move this out of the way. I don't know why I put that there at the beginning. All right, so what we're going to do is just grab these out here. Actually, I will just take the time just to... I very rarely talk about the Modular Mate rectangles. This is a Modular Mate rectangle number 4. You know it's a number 4 because there's a number 4... I don't know if you can see that. There's a number 4 in a circle, and that tells you how high it is, right? So that you know, when you find something, a Modular Mate that's got a number 1 on it, you know that a number 1 and a number 1 on top of each other is the same height as a number 2. And you know that a 2 and a 1 is 4. That's the same height as a number 4. So it's literally pantry Lego or adult Tetris for your food, right? And you can mix and match and chop and change depending on how high your shelves are. I love the rectangles and the super ovals because they're deeper than an oval. So if you've got quite a deep shelf, the rectangles and the super ovals might suit you better. Anyway, I digress. Oh, while I'm talking about it, these are called mini rectangles. 2 mini rectangles fit on a rectangle. And while I'm here, dare I show you, I can't believe I'm just digressing very, very briefly. While I'm here, a super oval fits perfectly on a rectangle. How awesome is that? So 2 super ovals on a rectangle, or you might want to do the 2 mini rectangles on a rectangle. All right? Now, if you do want to do out your pantry, can I recommend getting an online business account? You get 15 to 25% off everything, all right? So, Weet-Bix, grab the tab, grab the tab, grab the tab, peel the seal. That's going to extend the life of your seal. What I'm going to do is, Weet-Bix. Aussie kids, we are Weet-Bix kids. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm doing 10 Weet-Bix to 1 tin of condensed milk. Now, if you know me, you often hear me say, respect the fill line. I have not respected that fill line whatsoever, have I? Now, Weet-Bix, because it's a crumbly wheat, it's a whole wheat biscuit, which you have for cereal. It's sort of like a biscuit. Actually, did anybody ever slice them in half and have honey and jam or Vegemite or slice, butter and Vegemite and as an afternoon school treat? I know we did. All right, so we're just going to break these up just a little bit so that we can pop them into there. They should crumble really easily. All right, so what we'll do is we will pop them aside. There's an anti-slip grip that's going to help attach it to the surface, to the bench top. So long as the bench top's dry, right? And if you're going to pop this into the dishwasher, just remove the anti-slip grip. And I don't recommend popping the blades in. I'm not sure what Tupperware recommend. I don't recommend popping the blades into the dishwasher. Just a quick rinse under the sink is all you need, right? So, here we go. You can get a cardiovascular workout happening at home, right? And you can save money on gym fees. That's 5 pulls of the cord. See how we're going? Right? So what we do is, you're really only going to get 8 bars of the song before your veggies are chopped, right? So we'll just, if you put all your weight on your front foot, right, and you throw your hips into it, you can have a lot of fun while you're slicing, right? There we go. All right, we are. Just quickly balance up the other arm, otherwise you end up like half of you is Pee Wee Herman, the other half is Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? All right, so there we go. We have got these. We have just upside down, Miss Jane, if you don't know where to put the blades, and that will stay like that. What we're going to do is grab our Eco Plus clear bowl, which is liquid tight, airtight, heat proof, as well as see-through. All right, so we've got our 10 Weet-Bix sliced up perfectly into there, right? Now what we're going to do is grab our tin of condensed milk. Now I've had a lot of comments. Hey bro, hey dude, hey Pete, the can's got a ring pull, mate. I know the can's got a ring pull. A, has the ring pull ever snapped and you still need a can opener? B, do you know how sharp that is when you pull the ring pull off and then, you go into the bin to get the instructions off a packet that you've, thrown in there and it's like, oh, whoops, I've just cut myself. Or what happens if you want to lick the tin of the condensed milk? Watch this. The Tupperware can opener will not leave any sharp edges. If you want to, if you feel so inclined, wipe down the handle with an antibacterial cloth. This mechanism here never touches food. Don't dunk it into the water. If you never wash this mechanism, it will be the last can opener you ever buy, right? All that aside, let's have some fun. Open up the arms. You slide that on, you close the arms off. You know you've got it on because you can lift the whole thing up. In a clockwise direction, this video is just flipped, but in a clockwise direction, whether you're left-handed or right-handed, you turn it in a clockwise direction. And if you know anybody with arthritis or dexterity issues, just grab your Tupperware spatula or a Tupperware utensil, just pop that into there and you can just turn that around and you can open up your can really easily, all right? Once you hear that click, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, depending on the can, but you will feel the tension ease somewhat. You open up the arms and it looks like you haven't opened up the can. All it's done is it's released the seal. So when it's canned and sealed, the can opener, all it does is just release that seal, okay? So all you have to do is you come along, open up the arms, see the little beak? You hook that over the rim of the can, close up the arms, one hand on the can and the other... Oh, did I do the full... I never did the full 360! I was too busy yakking. All right. Who was it that says I'm a professional yapper? Normally, that will just come right off and see... Yum, yum, yum. No sharp edges. And here, no sharp edges on the bottom here either. So we're just going to pour that straight into there. I'm going to grab mine. I can't believe that didn't... There we go. We'll just pop that straight into the bin. And we will grab our Tupperware spatula. I love it because it's got a straight side and a curvy side. So it doesn't matter what type of container you want to scrape out. That Tupperware double-sided spatula, left-handed or right-handed, that's going to do the trick beautifully. Look at that already. There's a lot that's come out of there already. There we go. We just slide that straight over there. And there is almost clean, right? So, you've got no tin to lick, but if you wanted to, that is totally, totally safe. All right, there's our condensed milk. There's our Weet-Bix. What we're going to do is grab our chopper again. I've got mine. Well, where did we have those? I've got macadamia nuts. I love a good Queensland nut. I'm in Queensland and the macadamia nut is called the Queensland nut. Did you know that? I'm not going to measure these. I've just got that much left, so I'm going to pop that much in. I've also, because I don't have much macadamias left, I've got some Brazil nuts because Brazil nuts high in selenium and magnesium, which I love. We'll just pop in a couple of handfuls of those and we will... Shake, 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 SuperSonic, chopper. We will just pull the cord a few times. Can we see that there? We got some chunky bits. We've got some, let me have a look. Oh, what we'll do is, I will just, a few more pulls of the cord. There we go. Can you see that? Yum-o. And I'm just going to dump that straight into there. Now, I found these diced dried apricots, right? Now, I know it has a Ziploc. Have you ever gone to open that and you've broken the Ziploc? Oh, apricots, tell me what's wrong. I can see you've broken the Ziploc. Have you ever broken the Ziploc and you still need to get a rubber band or a peg, or you fold it down and you just fingers crossed nothing's going to get into there, or it's going to stay fresh for longer than 3 weeks? Don't worry about that. What you do is you grab your Tupperware, either your modular mate I was talking about earlier, or the ultra clear. Pop that straight into there. Now, whether you're going to store this ultra clear in the pantry or the refrigerator, that's going to become your packaging. You remove the packaging, that becomes your packaging. It extends the best before date, all right? So what we're going to do is I'm just going to throw in, I am going to measure this, so I'm going to maybe throw in my Tupperware measuring cups, which they give you 6. So you get a quarter of a cup, you get a third of a cup, you get a half a cup, but they also give you a 2/3, a 3/4, and a 1 cup, all right? So I'm going to maybe do a half a cup of diced dried apricots. We'll pop that straight into there, maybe a little bit more. Because, it's measured with love until the ancestors whisper, Peter, that's enough. All right. So now all we do is fold it. You can't go wrong, right? Now, if you don't have dried apricots and you've got dried cranberries or any dried fruit, sometimes I do this recipe with what do I do? With, glacé ginger. Crystallized ginger, that works really well as well. You might want to use rolled oats instead of Weet-Bix. Whatever you've got in the pantry will work. But if you are doing a tin of condensed milk, I find 10 Weet-Bix works really good. All right, so there we go. Look at that. That's our mixture. If you want to add in coconut, you can add in coconut. I'm going to roll this in coconut right now. Actually, you know what I might do? I might just, while I think of it, I will just throw in some coconut. Well, I'll do about half a cup of coconut. This is I've got desiccated coconut in an ultra clear. I've just got about half a cup. Let's pop that straight into there, and we'll pop that. I am going to roll it in that, but I think that might help bind it a little bit. We'll just fold that through. Now, what I'm going to do is you can pop this into one of the silicone bags. So you can pop that into a silicone bag with some coconut and just shake it all around. There's quite a few different sizes in there. Or what I'm going to do, let me just move this. Remember these? The meat marinator. It is a meat marinator. Let me show you. I'm going to pop my coconut in here and I'm going to coconut these. You can crumb things in here, defrost things in here. You can flour in here. It's heat resistant, so you can pop your sausages and chops from the barbecue in here. In the summertime, you can pop your cakes and Christmas cakes in here because, see the little pyramids? It's raised up, so you get an airflow happening in there. Actually, did you see how I opened that? A lot of people don't know how to open this. An effective way of opening it, instead of having to, wrestle with it and you end up with marinade all down your clothes, right? Grab the palm of your hand, pop it into the middle, push down, and you just lift up on the corner, and that releases the seal, and then you can just peel the seal, right? So you can, if you wanted to, see how you can do it that way, right? So you can fill this up with cold water, with a little bit of salt, pop it into the freezer, and then that way you've got your fruit salad or your seafood, keeping that nice and chilled and cold. If you had a second one, you could actually pop the top on and then you can keep the flies off as well, all right? So all I'm going to do in here, let me just show you. I digress, right? I am going to grab some coconut. Let's just pop some coconut straight into here, all right? You might want to use cocoa. You might want to add in some white chocolate bits. In my Tupperware my slimline silicone bag, I've got some Tupperware reusable cutlery, which are great to have in your handbag, your man bag, your satchel, or your clutch. The glove box, you can pop them, one in everywhere, really. So all I'm going to do is just grab our spoon. And I have washed my hands, I promise, I've washed my hands. So I'm just going to roll them into little balls. And you know what? There we go, a little bit more. And we'll just pop them straight into there. And this is the longest part. For the longest part. Whoa. And you just roll them all up in there. Really simple, right? And then once they're in there, I mean, everyone can have fun with this. It's also really good to, if you moisten your hands, or maybe get some latex gloves. That might help. So there's your Weet-Bix and condensed milk balls. You just pop them straight into here. Right? You can do, depending on your appetite, or whether, you can choose the size that suits you the best, all right? So you can pop them straight into here. There we go. So I've got my dried apricots. I haven't put dried cranberries in here. I could maybe have halved the mixture. I put dried apricots in some, cranberries in the other. We're just going to roll that and fold it again. Let me just wash this up. Get rid of these hands. So I can just show you these four, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Or just clean this up, right? Then all you have to do is you just roll them around, right? Or if you've got, like, once I've done the whole sort of, that's going to make about 30, you just pop them all into there, seal this, and you just, a couple of times, whether you're doing your lamingtons, melted butter with corn on the cobs, whether you're flouring your chicken palmy or doing a Kiev or whatever, if you're defrosting your meat, you don't want the dog to run off with dinner, just pop it into here and it'll stop the flies getting into there as well. Christmas cakes, bar cakes, it's heat resistant, so you can pop it on next to the barbecue, and you can pop your sausages, your rissoles, your chops, and your steak or whatever into there as well. It'll marinate your meat too, like it'll do all of those sorts of things. And then when you're done, that's it. There are my balls. How awesome is that? Then what I'm going to do is just grab, the Tupperware that goes into the oven, right? This goes into the oven. It'll go into the freezer, the microwave, the gas oven, the electric oven, and the wood oven. It'll go into your Weber barbecue, so long as you can control the temperature. It doesn't go above 250 degrees, and it's 5 centimetres away from the heat source. On the bottom here, it tells you. Where are we? It goes, all the instructions are there if you lose the booklet that it comes with, right? So it goes down to minus 25 Celsius, or that's minus 13 Fahrenheit. And it'll go up to 250 degrees Celsius or up to 482 degrees Fahrenheit, right? How awesome is that? I'm now going to just pop this. I'm going to use the cover. I'm going to pop these straight into here. Imagine I've got 30 of them, right? Because I've got 4 of them there, right? I'm going to now make all of this mixture up. I'm going to pop them into the fridge or the freezer. And then once I'm done, I can then separate them into different quantities of my slimline silicone bags, and I might want to do just a few in there to take for morning tea when I go, if you're going to work or uni or school or over to a friend's house. If you've got a few more, you might want to pop them into there, or if you want to sit down and, really make a dint in those Weet-Bix balls, you can pop them in a big silicone bag, and away you go, right? I'm going to finish up doing in here. Give me a like, a follow, and a subscribe so I can keep doing these videos for you. If you've got any questions or suggestions, please send me a message. More than happy to help. Have a think about purchasing an online business account. It really is worth it. You can turn it into a side hustle. It's the best side hustle on the planet. It doesn't matter whether you're working full-time, part-time, studying, going to school, travelling around Australia. This is the side hustle for you, let me tell you. Now, where am I? Oh, there was one thing I was going to do. You know what I was going to do? I had all of this planned, and I can't believe I've forgotten this. I can't believe it. Normally I preset everything out perfectly. You know what I've gone and done, and if you've been watching for a while, you'll know what I've done. You know what I've forgotten? I forgot my troubles and I'm happy. I danced the cares away. Shout out and got happy. I'll cook for you another day. Thank you all for watching, everybody. Bye-bye. See ya. Bye-bye.